Citizen 54, Trump is freaking out. Looks like an indictment is coming any day now. His lawyers asked to meet with Jack Smith. Looks like he told them to kick rocks. My guess is that they begged for him for a meeting. He's probably like, sure, bring any evidence you have that shows your client was innocent. And they showed up empty-handed because they're only there like 15 minutes and they left like, oh no. It also turns out that when the government asked Trump for the surveillance footage, that somebody accidentally flooded their server room with water from the pool. I drained the pool, just happened to be right into the server room. It's all broken. We can't do everything. And the government was like, oh, give it to us anyway. And then they uncovered a bunch of data that does not look good for Trump regarding the mishandled documents. So yeah, I think an indictment's coming, and I think an indictment's probably coming in Georgia as well. So he's going to be facing 3 different criminal trials all at the same time, and trying to run for president desperately to win so he can pardon himself. It's going to be eventful, to say the least. And E. Jean Carroll is going to take all his money because he fucked up, and she and her lawyer are filing again for him, basically violating the restraining order. And he's not supposed to talk about her or the case or anything. And yeah, they're going to go after him pretty hard, and they're going to take him for a lot of money. So he's going to be spending money on lawyers. And the thing is, like, he can't not pay these lawyers like he used to. Like, the big thing he did was like not pay. They would do stuff for him, and then he just would never cut him a check. And they're like, what the hell? He's like, sue me. And he get a new lawyer. But he's like run out of lawyers to the point where his former lawyers, like Ty Cobb, are like, yeah, he's going to prison. So don't crime like an idiot. That's probably the best advice I can give you. If you're going to crime, you pull the big crime and then you get out of town. You don't keep hanging around and do more crime, because eventually people are gonna be like, you know what? There's been enough crime. We're going to come after you. So one big score, get out of town, sleep in a hammock on the beach, and enjoy your Mai Tais and supermodels. They'll usually let you get away with one, as long as you don't keep coming after. Like, remember a couple years ago, I think it was during COVID, there was those folks who were sending the invoices to like Google, Facebook, and Amazon, I think. It took almost $100 million out of Facebook, almost $100 million out of Amazon, and they went over $100 million on Google. And they just kept sending these invoices to their pay accounts receivable or whatever. And you know, they just cut a check. Oh, there's this much time, and they're okay. They just cut a check for millions of dollars and send it back. And these criminals, they had $300 million or almost $300 million they had made. And they hadn't kept going with Facebook. They hadn't kept going with Amazon, but they kept going with Google. And they went over $100 million with Google. And Google had some sort of internal system that was like, when a contractor goes over $100 million in services, we do an automatic audit of all the services they do. And that's what caught them. If they had just stopped at $98 million and walked away with their $300 million, they never would have been caught by Facebook, Amazon, or Google for like 20 years until they did like a full audit of everything. So don't get greedy. When you commit your crime and you're like, woo, I did it. Play it cool, man. Don't get greedy. You have $300 million. Put the sucker, buy $300 million of IEP and get 40% returns right now on it. Just play it cool. Everyone loves a good heist. Just don't get greedy.